Hi everyone, welcome back to the Paper Patio. My name is Giselle and I have a new journal to show you that will be up in the Etsy shop in a couple of minutes. So if you look here, we've got a beautiful yo-yo button and it's made out of 100% wool suiting. It's so soft. The tie is made out of cotton strip with distress oxide on that. So I'm just going to open that up. It is tied to the front and the back. And then we have a key here, a vintage key. And this is yarn that I tied together in different knots and added little charms. So it hangs a little bit lower than the book itself. On the front you have, it's got a couple pieces of fabric, front and back, and then I sewed them together. I did a lot of stitching, and then I put a piece of coffee dyed paper around that and a paper from a botanical book. These are just a few pieces that go along with it as well. So we've got some buttons, and a clip, some wooden flowers, another key, a brown flower, a couple of bulb pins, a heart brad, and 3 little safety pins. So we'll put that off to the side here. So when we open it, we get into a world of color. It's not limited to just brown. A beautiful pocket in the front here, made out of a pink linen with a piece of coffee dyed cardstock sewn on that and glued. And then I added some elements with the stapler. And a little quote that says, "Crafting connects to a sense of purpose. The act of creating something meaningful by hand can lead to a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment, contributing to emotional balance and a more enriching life." And I truly, truly believe that. Some gold paper. And we have 2 pieces of paper that are sewn together, just to bring it interest. I love coffee dyed paper. Cardstock in different shapes and lengths, width. There are 3 signatures. Let me count that. No, there are 4 signatures in this one. These are some of my painty papers. And look at the detail there with some paper sewn on the edge of it. There's lots of room to write things down. These are some extras. I'll get to that in a minute. And some beautiful birds on a painted paper. Sense of accomplishment. Creating something tangible from start to finish provides a profound sense of satisfaction and purpose. I just wanted to check if I had put one on this signature, but I didn't. These painty papers are doubled. They're sewn on the side, so they're stronger than just the one piece of paper. Gives it more strength. And here's your fourth signature. Nice little sewn tab on there. Two papers sewn together. Again, the sewing gives it a beautiful texture. And that's a little piece of paper. He got caught in there. There's some sparkles. I believe some silver paint added to the pink and purples here. And a little bit of gold. And that's how it's sewn on the back and the front. Okay, now we can look at the extras that come with. So we get a glassine bag, a very thick vellum pocket that I made, some sewing, a full sheet of music, oh yes, this is from a children's book. This is just a card that goes with at the beginning. Another beautiful black and white card in a very light purple envelope. I just want to take my time. I don't want to rush through it. These glassine bags are so fun. I just love that. We already went through the smaller items here. And this is quite colorful. Look at that. I just love it, love it, love it. We have a few small pieces of ephemera. So a little paper clip. I think he belongs over there. A little postage stamp on the back of a piece of linen. 2 yo-yos. I made these myself. And some of the ephemera is quite small, but very texturized and can definitely find its place in your journal. This is distressed fabric with a stamp, a wooden owl. These are little folded strips of painted paper and then sewn together. Some daisy trim. I love making these. These are really thick. It almost looks like leather. Really thick tags, coffee dyed, and sewn into a rectangle. So you could glue this on the front of a signature. And here's some old, really delicate fabric. More folded map paper. This is a print of one of the paintings fun things that I made out of circles. There's another one of those leather looking tags. Art. This is something that I created on the computer. Actually, I made it. Sorry about that. I made this out of paper, but I scanned it, so that's what you're getting. A couple of other things from my vintage stash. This is the cover of a card, a birthday card from my grandmother in the early 70s. So sweet. And my mom's pie crust. That's pretty old. And a flower that I drew. And I love to include little cat stickers. A little bit of painted paper. And 3 flower stickers. These are always fun to use. This is from a very old, very tiny little book. And this is the linen that you'll find on the inside of the book that I made the pocket. This is a vintage embroidery pattern. Stamp. Another distress piece. There's the other one here. And there's another stamp. The other stamp is here. And then we have little pattern pieces, tissue, and quite a bit larger leather looking tag. Pink cactus. Coffee dyed stamp on there. Painted papers on a dictionary. And another one like that. This comes from a botanical book. Beautiful flowers. And I like to include some memory match images, cards. And this is a full piece of 100% cotton linen. You can coffee dye that, rip it up. You could make tag toppers out of this. Lots you can do with that. You can embroider on it if you want. And the one last thing I have is, let me just take it out of the package. So this is painted cardstock with my own custom stamp flowered. And then I went around and did some stamping. I put some, not stamping, but I put some holes. See if I can get closer. Some holes in the card. And then I'm including some vintage 100% wool sock yarn for darning. And you can take this, take a small needle, and you can just go around it. So I want to give you the opportunity to do things on your own and be creative on your own, right? So this extra key over here, there's already a key up here, but you might want to add another one, and that's another part of the creativity. You can tape it to a page, you can add it to the long charm dangle here. So I will have this up on Etsy. If you go there now, I'll have it all there. There is lots in this kit. In fact, it's going to take a while to package this back up again. I hope you enjoyed that. Check out that beautiful front again. Super nice. And it feels so good in your hands. So beautiful. Thanks for watching. Bye.